This returns 3. Look at the string. A, B, B, A. Find me 3 characters in a row with no repeats. There is no ABB. There is no BBA. The longest clean run in this string is 2. And yet this code, which is the code you will find in most solutions to this problem, is very confident the answer is 3. It is wrong. And it is wrong in a way that is easy to miss. This is LeetCode number 3, longest substring without repeating characters. It is one of the most attempted problems on the site. It comes up in real interviews constantly, and the sliding window solution to it is genuinely beautiful. We are going to build that solution from nothing. And then we are going to break it. First, what the problem actually asks. You are given a string. You need the length of the longest piece of it that has no repeated characters. The word that matters is substring. A substring is contiguous. It is a run. You can start anywhere and stop anywhere, but you cannot skip. That is different from a subsequence where you are allowed to skip. In ABC, ABC, BB, the letters A, B, and C at positions 0, 1, and 2 form a substring. The letters at positions 0, 4, and 5 also spell 3 different characters, but they are not next to each other, so they do not count here. We want runs, nothing else. There is also a slower version of the brute force, where you check every substring and then rescan each one looking for duplicates. That one is n cubed. We are not going to write it, but if you have ever seen a triple nested loop on this problem, that is what it was. So how would you do this by hand? Probably like this. Start at the first character. Walk forward until you hit a character you have already seen in this run. Write down how far you got. Then start again at the second character and do the same thing. And the third. Try every possible starting point, and for each one, run forward as far as you can. Whatever the longest run was, that is your answer. It is completely correct. Let us watch it. Start at position 0. The run is empty. A is new, keep it. The run is 1 long. B is new, 2 long. C is new, 3 long. Now A again. We have already seen an A in this run, so this run is finished. It got to 3. Notice what happened at the end there. We did not use that A. We just threw the whole run away, and we are about to start over. Second start, position 1. Fresh, empty run. B, C, A, all new, 3 long again. Then B, which we have seen, so stop. Same answer, 3. And notice we just reread B, C, and A, 3 characters we had already looked at a moment ago. That is the tell. This algorithm has no memory between starts. Third start, C, A, B, 3 again. Then C, stop. You can probably see the shape now. Every start builds up a small run, hits a character it has seen, and dies. And the answer is stubbornly 3 every time. Fourth start, and I'm going to speed this up, because from here it is the same story over and over. A, B, C, then B. 3, and stop. Watch the counter at the bottom instead. Now the runs start getting shorter because we are running out of string. B, C, then B again, so 2. C, B, then B, so 2. The best is still 3, and it has not moved since the very first run. Second to last start, B, then B, 1. Last start, just B, 1. Every start position tried, every run measured, and there it is. The answer is 3. That took 25 operations on an 8-character string. Before we make this faster, look at the bottom right of the screen. That number is not operations. That is how many times we built a brand new ledger and threw the old one away. 8 starts, 8 ledgers. Every single time we move the start position, we allocate a fresh set, fill it up character by character, and then discard the whole thing. On an 8-character string, that is trivial. On a string with 1600 characters, that is 1600 allocations. The window solution we are about to write does it exactly once. So, how bad is it really? I ran it. On a string of 1600 characters where every character is different, The brute force does 1,280,800 operations. The sliding window does 1,600. But the shape is the thing to watch, not the number. 50 characters, 1,275 operations. Double it to 100 characters, 5,050. Double again, 20,100. Every time the string doubles, the work goes up 4 times. That is what quadratic means when you actually watch it happen. But I want to be honest with you about something, because most explanations of this problem are not. That 4 times per doubling only happens in the worst case, when every character in the string is different. On ordinary text, it does not happen at all. I ran the same brute force on 8,000 random lowercase letters. It was 8 times slower than the window. Not 800, 8. On a 2-letter alphabet, it was 3 times slower. The reason is that the inner loop stops the moment it sees a repeat, and with 26 letters that happens after about 5 characters. So the true cost of the brute force is not n squared. It is n times the length of the answer. It is only catastrophic when the answer is long. Which brings us to the actual waste. Go back to what happened between the first start and the second. We walked A, B, C and learned they are all different. Then we moved the start forward by 1 and walked B, C again and learned the same thing a second time. Nothing changed about B and C in between. We already knew that run was clean. The brute force throws that knowledge away every time it moves the start. The whole trick is going to be not throwing it away. So here's the idea. Instead of many runs that each start from scratch, we keep one run, and we stretch it. 2 markers. Right, which is the end of the run, and left, which is the beginning. Everything between them is the piece we are currently looking at. Right walks forward through the string. When the character it lands on would create a repeat, we do not start over. We pull left forward until the repeat is gone. 1 pass, 1 run. It never restarts. Here's the string. Here's the window. Left and right both start at 0, and everything between them is the run we are looking at right now. Right reads the first character, A. We have never seen an A before, so we write it down. A was last seen at position 0. The window is 1 character wide. Right moves on to B. Also new. Write it down at position 1. The window is 2 wide. C is new as well. 3 wide. That is our best so far. Now it gets interesting. Right lands on a second A, so we look it up. We saw an A at position 0, and the question that matters is this. Is position 0 still inside the window? It is. So the window has to shrink. Left jumps to 1, just past the old A. The run is clean again. From here, the same thing repeats. B was seen, so jump. C was seen, so jump. B again, jump. Watch the 2 markers while it happens. Right never moves backward. Left never moves backward. Every character enters the window once and leaves at most once. Last character, 1 more jump. And best has not changed since the 3rd step. 3. We touched every character 1 time and we have the answer. There is one detail in there worth stopping on. The ledger stores a position, not just a fact. If all you keep is a set of characters you have seen, you know there is a repeat, but you do not know where it is. So you do not know how far to move left. You would have to walk it forward, 1 character at a time, checking. By storing the position where each character last appeared, left can jump straight past the duplicate in a single move. That is what turns this from a nested loop into 1 pass. Now the part that actually matters in an interview. Why is this linear? Because there are 2 loops in your head, but only one of them is a loop in the code. Right moves forward exactly n times, once per character. It never goes back. Left also only ever moves forward. It might jump several positions at once, but across the entire run, it can never move more than n positions in total, because it can never pass right, and it can never go backward. So the 2 markers together make, at most, 2 n moves. Every character enters the window exactly once, and leaves at most once. That is the whole argument, not two nested loops. Two markers walking the same line in the same direction, and one of them is allowed to skip. And left can never pass right because we only ever set it to one position after something right has already visited. The window can shrink to nothing, but it can never turn inside out. When someone asks you to prove the complexity, that is what they want to hear. So back to the numbers. 1,600 characters, all different. The brute force did 1,280,800 operations. The window does 1,600. One per character. And the ledger it built once, not 1,600 times. The memory, by the way, is the same. Both of them hold at most one entry per distinct character. People will tell you the window saves memory. It does not. It saves the rebuilding. Let me draw that difference because a table hides it. Along the bottom, the length of the string. Up the side, the number of operations. This is the window. 50 characters, 50 operations. 100, 100. It is a straight line, and it stays a straight line forever. And this is the brute force. 50 characters, 1,275. 100, 5,050. 200, 20,100. 400, 80,200. It is not a line. It bends. And once it starts bending, it never stops. At 1,600 characters, the two are 800 times apart. Take a string of 50,000 characters, which is the kind of size these problems actually get tested at, and the brute force is looking at over 1 billion operations, while the window does 50,000. That is the difference between a solution that passes and a solution that times out. And it works. ABC. ABCBB gives 3, which is right. PWWKEW gives 3. BBBBB, all the same character, gives 1. ABCDEF, all different, gives 6, the whole string. Every example in the problem statement, correct. Every edge case you would think to try, correct. The empty string gives 0. One character gives 1. This is the solution sitting in the top voted answer on almost every site that discusses this problem. And I have seen this exact code in interview prep courses, in blog posts, and in accepted submissions from people who went on to get the job. Ship it. Accept. Run it on this. 4 characters. A, B, B, A. The first 3 steps are ordinary. A goes in, B goes in. The second B is a repeat, so left jumps to 2, and the window is just that B. Fine. Now the last character, A. We have seen an A. It was at position 0, so left moves to position 1. But left was already at 2. It just went backward. Markers in this algorithm are not supposed to be able to do that. And look at what the window contains now. Here is what went wrong. The window starts at position 2. The ledger says A was last seen at position 0. But position 0 is not in the window anymore. We left it behind 2 steps ago. That entry is stale. It describes a part of the string the window has already discarded, and we just used it to make a decision. So left moved back to 1, and now the window covers positions 1, 2, and 3. B, B, A. There are 2 B's inside it. The one thing this window is supposed to guarantee, that it contains no repeats, is now false. And best reads 3 because the window is 3 wide. The answer is 2. The fix is one condition. Before you trust the ledger, ask whether what it is telling you is still inside the window. If the last position of this character is greater than or equal to left, it is inside and you move left. If it is less than left, it is behind you, it is stale, and you ignore it. That is the whole fix. Some people write it the other way. Left equals the maximum of left and last of C plus 1, which does the same thing by refusing to ever let left decrease. Either is fine. What is not fine is leaving it out, and I did not want to take my own word for it, so I checked it properly. Every string up to 8 characters long over a 2-letter alphabet, and over a 3-letter alphabet. 10,350 strings. Compared against the brute force, which we know is correct because it is just the definition written down. The version without the guard gets 6,638 of them wrong. The version with the guard gets all 10,350 right. And the shortest string it fails on is the one we started with. ABBA. 4 characters. This bug has a shape, and once you have seen it, you start noticing it everywhere. You have a lookup table that describes a region. The region moves, the table does not. So the table ends up holding entries about a part of the world that is gone. Caches that outlive the request. Dedupe sets that outlive the batch. Session maps that outlive the session. Every one of them is this bug wearing different clothes. And the question is always the same. Is what this table is telling me still true? The pattern generalizes upward too. Minimum window substring. Longest repeating character replacement. Max consecutive ones after K flips. They are all the same skeleton. Expand right, shrink left, maintain one invariant, record the best. Once you can write this one without thinking, you can write all of them. The only thing that changes is what the invariant is. That is why interviewers like it. So go and look at your own solution to this one. Check line 6. And tell me in the comments whether the version you learned had that guard in it, or whether you have just been getting lucky on the test cases.